Welcome back to Fox 47 Morning News. After a turbulent childhood, Shenandoah Chefalo overcame adversities and became part of the 1% of foster care children who graduate from college. Her new memoir, Garbage Bag Suitcase, presents grassroots solutions on how we can change the broken foster care system. And today she's here with us. Now, Shannon, how did your experience in the foster care system influence your writing of this book?
It comes down to really one thing, which is statistics. When I was in foster care, I didn't know any other foster care children. And then after leaving the system and working for 20 years in the law, I had a realization that the outcomes from foster care were really severe and that people were basically flunking out of life after have been in the system. And so I decided to share my story so we could educate people and start to change the system.
Right, and what are the major changes that you see need to happen in the foster care system?
One of the things I think that we're neglecting right now is understanding and treating trauma. So much is coming out in brain science right now, and how emotional and mental neglect can affect us both physically and psychologically. So I think addressing trauma and understanding trauma and those around us is crucial.
What do you think is the biggest misconception about the foster care system? A lot of people have these preconceived ideas about what the foster care system is like. From your perspective, what is the biggest misconception?
Yeah, I think, a lot of foster kids get labeled as troubled or bad kids, and they're in the system typically by no choosing. They've landed here because of something other people have done or failed to do. And they get labeled very quickly and judged for that. And I think those expectations then they can start to live up to.
Right, and that 1% that you talked about, only 1% will go to college. And that's really unfortunate and a disservice to those kids. What is the one thing that you want people to take away from reading this book?
To just really understand the system and what it is and how many hundreds of thousands of kids are impacted by this system each year. And that really there is something we can each do, which is just kind of share a kind word and give some encouragement.
Right, and coming up after the break, we're going to go ahead and talk with you a little bit more in the next hour. And for more information or to order your copy of the Garbage Bag Suitcase, you can visit garbagebagsuitcase.com. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
We're going to toss it over to Beverly Perry with the weather.